the difference of what a bike makes. And that's what I was saying to you. It's important to choose the right motorcycle. I had to pull up beside of her and tell her she needs to slow down. Now, she's my older sister, so that didn't go that well. So, great looking bike, but not very useful. Alright guys, it is a beautiful day today, and I am out on the street glide, and I got a surprise for you today. Well, you saw the thumbnail, so it's not really a surprise. We got a new Harley in the family. My sister bought a new Harley-Davidson. She actually has two now. She has the Sportster, and she has this bike that I'm going to be showing you. She's leading the pack in the front. Her husband is right behind her, and we're on our way to the dealership where she bought it from. So we're just out riding. She actually bought it about 2-3 weeks ago, but we hadn't had a chance to get out and ride. Well, they haven't had a chance to get out and ride, so today we're out riding. Now, if this is your first time coming to the channel, my name is Tall, and this is YouTube channel Traveling Tall. I have videos about test rides, tutorials, product reviews, demos, side-by-side comparisons, and of course, traveling, not travelings. Most other videos are about motorcycles. Occasionally, you might see some camping stuff in there. You know, stuff like that. On occasion, rare occasion. 97% of the videos are about motorcycles. American V-twin motorcycles. Mainly Harley-Davidson motorcycles. I'm on this 2019 Street Glide, and I'm following in the pack here. Whoa, what are you doing? You see me. Following in the pack here, about 5 miles away from the dealership where we're going to. And it's my first time riding it after I got some work done to it. So I had some work done to it recently, and it's kind of like my little shakedown to see how it all turned out. I still have, at the higher speeds, I still get a wobble on decel. I don't know what that is. We went all the way through the bike, and at real high speeds on decel, let's catch up. Alright. So, at real high speeds on decel, it wobbles. And that wasn't real high speeds. I'm talking about really high speeds. I don't know what happened, why it's doing that, but I'm going to get some things looked at again. I'll go into it a little bit deeper because you got all this motor work done, and you know, if I'm running a quarter mile at the track or eighth of a mile at the track, I'm in triple digits. So I need to get it fixed, because when I'm running triple digits, I don't want it wobbling, especially in the shutdown on the track. You don't have a whole mile to shut down on an eighth mile or a quarter mile. So that's why that's important to me. Let's go back to what I was talking about, my sister's new bike. I'm excited for her. This is her third Harley-Davidson. Her first bike ever was a V-Rod Night Rod Special. First bike ever. And I was there when she learned how to ride that bike, and we used to ride all the time. The thing was, I had the GSXR 1000 when she had that Night Rod Special. And my brother at the time, he had a night train. So we were all riding out, and my daddy had a 03 Road King. My uncle had the 05 Road King, which I own now, Memphis, if you've seen it. So I had my 1000, and I loved that bike. That was a good bike, but I wasn't really into Harleys. And at that point, I liked them, but it wasn't until I saw the 06 Street Glide in Daytona. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put it up here somewhere in the side corner. If you're watching on the mobile phone, you can click and watch that video. That's when I first saw a Street Glide, and that's when I wanted one ever since then. But we all kind of went through a transition of, in a short period of time. Let's see, I didn't have a bike. I had a couple sport bikes, and I stopped riding for a little while. My sister got rid of her V-Rod, and she married her husband, who got, he had a Heritage, Leonard right there. He had a Heritage, and it was a cool bike. But then I got my Glide, and then he wanted a Glide, so he got him a Street Glide. Shortly after I got my Street Glide, my daddy, he already had an Ultra, but he traded his Ultra and got another Ultra. And my sister, a couple years later, Well, a lot of years later, she ends up getting a Sportster, a 48. Now, she loves that Sportster. It's a good-looking Sportster. It sounds fantastic. But when we went to Sturgis, me and her went to Sturgis. Yeah, brother and sister trip to Sturgis, which was actually pretty cool. We went to Sturgis, and she was on the highway out there. And there's no windshield on it, and that bike was just had her all over the lane. 48s are very cool looking, but 70 miles per hour, 75 miles per hour on the interstate, not the ideal bike for that. And the way she had it set up with her seat as flat as a board, it was very cool. It is very cool because she still has it. You hit the throttle, the seat, there's nothing to hold you in, and just you'll slide right off the seat. So great looking bike, but not very useful, I guess you say, other than just cruising. So this year we plan on taking a cross-country road trip, the whole family. I mean, when I mean the whole family, I'm talking about the whole family. We're all going to be doing it on our Harleys. And she knew she couldn't do it on the Sportster. She wants to go to Daytona this year and ride with her husband down there. And she knew she couldn't do it on the Sportster, so she bought a touring bike. I said buy a Road King. I said buy a Road Glide. Yeah, I know. That was hard for me to say. I said buy a Street Glide. And there was a Lowrider ST and a couple other things that she was considering. And we're close now, so you can kind of see what it is. But I'm going to wait till I get up there to show you. Alright, so I'll give you a sneak peek of what it looks like. You can see what that is. But when we get to the dealership, I'll give you a full walk around of it. So, all those things, what she wanted, and thank God, this bike right now, she has ABS. And her Sportster didn't have ABS. It didn't have cruise control. It wasn't comfortable for long distance. So she wanted all those things, saddlebags and all that. I was like, get a Lowrider ST. But she said she didn't want a Lowrider ST. And there was a bike that she just kept looking at. Now here's the backstory behind that before we get to where we're going. Hopefully I'm not losing everybody. But we were in Sturgis, that same Sturgis trip. And we was riding bikes with Harley. I was on that Road Glide CVO. And you can see that video too. I'll probably put that at the top up here. I was on that Road Glide CVO, just out hanging out. And my sister was with me, and we was going to Dead Horse. We was going all the way to Mount Rushmore and all this stuff, the Needles Highway. And Harley had a bunch of bikes, and they offered my sister, they was like, hey, you want to ride one of these bikes? What do you want to ride? So the bike that she chose, here you go, I guess I'll just tell you the big reveal. The bike that she chose was the Heritage Softail. Truth be told, even though she rode a V-Rod before, she was nervous to ride the bike. One, because it didn't belong to her, and the other, it is a little bit more heavier than her 48. But she rode it, and she was going around Needles Highway on that thing, to the point at first she was very timid on it, kind of nervous, and then I was in the middle of the ride. I had to pull up beside of her. She laughs about this all the time. I had to pull up beside of her and tell her she needs to slow down. Now she's my older sister, so that didn't go that well. I pointed my finger and said, hey, you need to slow down. She looked at me like I was crazy, right? So, you know, she's the older sister, and like when we was kids, Mama would leave her in charge, and we didn't get in trouble by her, but if she said we did something, we would get in trouble. You know what I mean? So that kind of, I guess she still thinks she has seniority some kind of way, but we all grown now, so that has changed. I call her my little big sister, because I'm 6'6" and she's like 5 whatever, who knows. But anyway, she's riding it. She loved it. She said it was a great riding bike, and ever since then she said she wanted one, and that started her journey to looking for this motorcycle. Now as soon as we park, I'm gonna give you a full walk around of the bike, show you what it looks like. All right, we just pulled up at the dealership here, guys. So there it is right there, her Heritage Softail Heritage Classic. Check that out. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with Softail Classics. This is a Softail Classic? Heritage Classic. Heritage Classic. Okay, I don't have a lot of... My knowledge is about glides and kings, you know what I mean? But look at this bike. This brown color is called Rawhide. She already has S&S pipes on it. We're going to be changing them over to Chromeworks. Got custom dynamic lights on the crash bar. The crash bar added right there. She got the 114. Got the little heat shield. The bags. The backrest. The windshield. Guys, let me know what you think. How you like it compared to your Sportster?
Well, two different bikes. So
Yeah.
Interstate riding is a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot better.
You mean you can actually ride on the interstate?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It handles really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to have some installs going on. These are going to be custom dynamic lights. Those are going to be Chromeworks exhausts. And eventually she said she's going to change the bags. What do you guys think? Check it out. All right. So it's getting cold and we're going to get to Knoxville. So I'm going to continue taking you guys on the ride. But let me know. Put in the comment section what you think about her new motorcycle right there. All right, guys, so we're back on the road again, headed out towards Knoxville, headed back towards Knoxville, and I'm excited that she has a bike that she can ride. The thing is, I'm glad that she made the pivot and found something that will do what she needs to do. So many people will buy a motorcycle and buy the wrong bike, and it doesn't do what they need it to do, and they give up riding altogether. Now, I've seen people tour on Sportsters, but it's not ideal to tour on a Sportster. The Heritage that she has is a touring bike, a lighter touring bike, definitely than a Glide. And the good thing about it is the cruise control and the 114 motor has enough power. With the Sportster was no slouch. It had power to get out of the way, power to run, but it had a smaller tank. She has a bigger tank, and now she has cruise control and she has the windshield. Now, I've never ridden the Heritage before, but I would say that it's planted on the ground better than a Sportster on the interstate, but I don't think it would be as stable as these big 860-pound Glides on the interstate. But where the bike that I'm riding feels planted and stable on the interstate, in slow maneuvering, far as like parking and stuff like that, and I'm not talking about feet up, because my sister, she's a good rider. She doesn't duck walk. Feet up as soon as soon as she goes. But I'm saying, like, backing the bike out of a parking space and all that type of stuff, she needs to, pushing around an 860-pound bike can be tiresome. And if you are shorter in stature, it also could be, with you get it over over one side too far, and you're already on your tiptoes, the bike can go over. So that's why it's good that she has a Heritage. Now, I don't even know they took my shortcut away. I don't even know the seat height on the Heritage versus a Road King or a Street Glide. But I will say, she said that it's a narrower bike, and the wider the bike was, it was taken away from her leg height. So now it's narrower, and she can plant her feet more solid on the ground. And she still has floorboards. It's a perfect bike for her. It's a perfect bike. As we go back to Knoxville, we're going to head over to Cycle Gear. We're constantly going. It seemed like the last video you guys probably watched, I went to Cycle Gear, but this video, she's looking for some heated gloves. I told her I don't have heated grips, But I from you guys, y'all have always said that heated grips is a game changer, and her hands get cold all the time. So she's going to go to Cycle Gear and get some heated gloves until she can get some heated grips. Like right now, it's cool out here, the sun's going down, but I got these gloves on. I mean, my hands are cold, but it's not unbearable. But she was complaining about her hands being cold, so she needs to get some heated gloves and heated grips. Then you don't have to worry about it anymore. I had to pull over, a rookie mistake. Got on the bike, put my helmet on, did not fasten my helmet. So I pulled over to fasten up my helmet. Sometimes if I'm riding, I'll just put the cruise control on, take my gloves off, sit on my gloves, and go ahead and do that. But we were coming to a stop sign, so I just went ahead and did it. Now, my sister's in front, my brother-in-law's in front of me, and we're on our way to Cycle Gear. We're on our way right now. We're cutting through Louisville, about to hop on Pillsbury Parkway. Look at Leonard's bike right there with those custom 99. Oh, that's another Heritage over there. Nice. It's black and white. It's a good looking bike. Man, what am I doing? I'm coming to a stop in 5th gear. Pay attention, man. Pay attention. So what I was saying, Leonard's bike with the custom dynamic lights, a magic strobe, definitely need to get that on my sister's bike. She has it on the 48, but she needs to get the magic strobe and some more lights on the back of her bike. Look at them, they're taking off. I'll let them go. I'll reel them in a little bit later. I gotta merge in front of this car. Man, she's gone. She definitely would have did that on that 48. Man, they both gone. That's what I'm talking about. That's the difference of what a bike makes. And that's what I was saying to you. It's important to choose the right motorcycle. Matter of fact, this might be like the title of the video is going to be my sister's new bike, but this might be like the second part of what the video is about, choosing the right bike. If you choose the wrong motorcycle, then you can get the wrong idea about riding, and then you might give up on riding. But if you choose the right motorcycle and your riding experience, it just enhances your riding experience, and then you can be hooked on riding. But some people are they chose the wrong motorcycle and they're completely done with riding because they chose the wrong bike. That's why it's important to choose the right bike. If you are someone who likes to travel, then picking a bike that's only good for around town will do you no good. The new Harley-Davidson Breakout. Beautiful bike. Really beautiful bike. But if you want to travel on it, not the bike for you. You can make it to travel on, but then you're going to kill the look of the bike. You need a Glide or some sort of Softail. A lowrider ST is a good bike for your weekend travel, but a Glide or a King or even the new Pan America, those are your long distance travel bikes. Yeah, there they are up there. They're probably wondering where I'm at, but I haven't came flying past them yet. I'm just chilling, back here talking. And I couldn't, and here's another thing. You have to have something that you can fit on. Until recently, I didn't think I could fit on a Softail, but as I said on that lowrider ST, I figured out that I can make some adjustments to fit on the Softail. Am I going to be as comfortable as I am on the Glide? No, not even close. But I could do it. Oh yeah, let's go. Okay, we're in 6th gear. Got a little gap. Oh, there's some bikes right there. A little gap right here. Let's drop it now. We're in 5th gear. Drop it to 4th. Let's roll. and it goes, but still I got that wobble. It wants to dance on me at those high speeds like that. When I come off of it, it's not when I'm accelerating. When I come off of it, I can't get that figured out. I don't know. Brand new tires, the neck has been serviced. Maybe I'll have to change the wheels, put my stock wheels back on. That could be the thing. A 21, I don't think a 21's meant to run high speeds like that anyway. So if I put my stock wheels back on, or I change it back to 19s and see what that does. Well guys, I'm not gonna show you cycle gear again. We're gonna go to cycle gear, and then we're gonna get back, head the other way and go home. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, let me know what you think about my sister's new bike. And I got some more videos coming soon. Some cool stuff that I'm going to be doing involving some more new to the channel bikes real soon. Might be one with a different looking front end coming up. And you guys know what I'm talking about. Alright guys, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Keep gliding, and as always, have a blessed day.
Perfect.